Okay, good evening. This is CrimsonSplat, and I'm back with my second episode of Reforged Eden mod to Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the first, I landed on Akua. For some reason, I've lost my memory of the last couple days. I was contacted by IDA, an integrated data assistant, which is in orbit over the planet, and basically is my distress beacon woke it up. All it knows is that the fleet, the when entered hyperspace as it was supposed to, leaving Jupiter orbit, got dragged off course somewhere between 325,000 to 3 million light years, and it was the IDA was downloaded into the satellite from the main prime IDA, and then ejected to observe and record data, but it didn't initialize properly. It woke up when it received my distress beacon in a escape craft landing on this unknown planet. Well, the biggest problem is I have no memory of how I got here. I'm supposed to be the security chief on board the fleet. Instead, the last thing I remember was the day before we were going to launch the fleet. Which, the usual story. Earth is doomed thanks to ecological disasters, nuclear wars, and the like. So we need to find a new planet. Well, we found one, but there's nobody on the planet from the UCH, the United What the Hell of Humanity. Well, anyway, Ida made contact with me, tells me I'm the only one on the planet. It can't find anybody, but there is a crash landed ship which looks to be a Pelican class transport of the UCH nearby. So instead of going straight to it, I've spent some time gathering resources and setting up a small base. I found a piece of a crashed spaceship, and I've started working to apparently I do not have a left hand, so I can only use my right hand to look for to hold the drill or to hold the flashlight. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Anyway, I'm just gathering more resources while waiting for dawn. And of course, it is going to be dawn soon, which is why it's so bloody dark. It's always darkest just before dawn and just after dusk. It's really strange how dark it gets when there should be a little bit of light. But whatever. Oh yeah, that's the escape pod I crash landed in. At some point, Ida is going to start nagging me about going to check out the Pelican class transport. The game does not have much in the way of a plot. The mod, Reforged Eden, kind of fixes that, but it's... Oops. it's limited in how well it can do that. Since it is a mod, it can't really change um, aspects, core aspects of the game, which means that it cannot uh, gate the actions that you have to take. If I want to just completely ignore everything and run around and gain resources and build a base and spaceship and take off into the unknown, I can do that. But there's just no point to that. To me, a game has got to have some kind of plot to it. Alright, I have collected as much as I really need for now, so we're going to head off to the transport that's crash landed somewhere. First, however, I'm going to take advantage of, well, a little uh, knowledge from having played this before. Weapons. We are going to make the sniper rifle. I'm actually not going to make the sniper rifle. I'm just going to make the ammo for it. Alright, I've got the SMG. Do I want this? Yeah, why not? We can get the multi-tool, but I can't make the supplies for it yet. Technically, I could through a workaround, an exploit, but we'll pass on that for the moment. Okay, I'm not going to make a salvage core. They're too damned expensive.
6.5 hours later.
An SV just yet. HV rather, excuse me. Here's the hover bike, which replaces the vanilla game's motorcycle. The motorcycle had a bad habit of running off into the water. You'd jump off it at speed, it would keep going, and would promptly lose itself in the bottom of a lake with a bunch of plant life, seaweed and such, so you couldn't find it. And at this point, you remember, I don't have a helmet. Well, that makes it kind of hard to swim. You have to hold your breath and hopefully not drown. Ah, we've got eyes on the ship. I don't know how we got eyes on the ship. I guess we have X-ray eyes here. There we go. And of course, I completely lost track of what I was doing and failed to make ammo for the sniper rifle that I'm going to find shortly. What? The ship didn't crash due to mechanical failure? Well, I guess it wasn't Russia. And look, there's a sniper rifle and some ammo. Let's put the sniper rifle on my bar and get ready, because I will need it in a little while. Not just yet. There's something coming in, a signal from the rear of the ship. Let's... Okay, yeah, I already did that one. Let's look at this one. Oh, shotgun. And another sniper rifle? Boy, it's being generous. Now, If you had been able to watch the first episode, you would notice the ability of my uh, not multi-tool, but what the hell do you call this thing? The survival multi-tool, which is the basic tier, uh, to dismantle ship wreckage. Well, guess what? You can't do that to this because it's got a core. In other words, a control computer. And without overriding it or destroying it, I can't uh, affect anything on the ship. It's protected. Yeah, these underarm companies will stop at nothing. Protection! Well, anyway, let's go to the rear of the ship and track down that signal. Now, remember I said it looked like the ship didn't crash on its own. It just was shot down. So not only do I not know where my compatriots are, the entire fleet except this ship, I don't know who's shooting at us. Okay, open the container. Ugh, that stinks. An engineer. He's dim, Jed. Search the container. Okay, if it landed upside down with the ship on top of it, how did I get it out? Must have been so powerful I could lift the ship off it. Yeah, I'm apologizing to a corpse. Let's search his pockets. Credit chit. Take the money. Scavenging the dead. That's a really D&D like thing to do. And then let's search the body. Kinky. He's probably crapped his pants. That's kind of the last thing you do when you die. His personal data assistant. Alright, Ida has cracked it and read it. I can read through the PDA logs in the Journey Book tab. Shouldn't we bury him? A proper burial requires transporting the body back to Earth. Yeah, not happening. I could just dig a hole in the ground. No, let's just stick him back in the container. Ida, you're not nice. Oh, we're in the Andromeda Galaxy. Why is it always Andromeda? 2.698 million light years from Earth. Kinda off course. Indeed. More supplies. And an energy signature. Yeah. You notice this has got tires. It's actually the old motorcycle graphic. And I got a problem. Inventory is full. Right, let's stick things back in here. See, this is why I wish I could do edits and re-upload, because you as a viewer probably don't care to be watching me be stupid. And I'm fairly sure I'm being stupid. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Ida can uh, figure out how to get into the pad. Extract the data. Okay, transfer complete. Additional data in the device's logs. Well, yeah, you downloaded 3 files. Let's read them. Okay, Natasha Emerson made 50 steel plates. Captain and most of the flight crew were killed. A rocket or something hit the bow and took out half the bridge. I'm lucky it wasn't me, thanks to my completely justified criticisms of the lieutenant's ship handling. I was ordered off the bridge to escape the prep pods. Escape pods. Prep the prep pods, whatever. Uh, so, there aren't any escape pods. Obviously, I did not come from this ship. Yeah, Ensign, you're not supposed to be criticizing your lieutenant, even if it's justified. Downloading. Inconsistencies. But it's a contradiction with your own presence. Ooh, what do you mean? What kind of contradiction? Yeah, so Ida's gonna not tell me. Little high-handed bitch, isn't she? Yeah, that's right. The constructor is sitting over there, and I can't get to it. Which means I need a jetpack. Light armor. Okay, sounds to me like we're gonna have to go back and make a jetpack. Okay, so now we need to get a light armor so I can go reach the constructor and check its logs and see what I can find out. Have not unlocked that. That was a oh, but it's only got only 2 points. Weapons. Yay. Unlock. Let's go pick up some more resources because I'm going to need them. See, now it's gotten a little light again. And it's getting cold. Notice it got a lot warmer. I have no idea why. Other than the fact that, well, I moved closer to the equator. Actually, I moved over the equator. The sense of scale is a little off here because the planet is maybe, I think this is a large planet. It's only 50 kilometers around. It might not be that. It might be a small, which is 10. Yes, that's right. A planet that is a whopping 10 kilometers around. And now I need 10 ore. I need to pick it up, and I can't. So, alright, there's the antenna that I used to contact Ida the first time. And this is a new wreckage, which I'm not going to start dismantling right now because I don't have any room for it. There's another wreckage over there. Is that my wreckage? No, I bet that one's mine over there because it's closer to the escape pod. See, now it's cold again. Stand next to the thermal regulator and start popping all this in here. Now, Now we're going to equip the light armor in a moment, but first we need to have an armor locker to do that. I remember to learn that skill? No. Do I have the points? Almost certainly not. Available unlock points, 0. I think I kind of forgot a little detail there. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a level up to get some more points. And at least I'm not too far away.
A few moments later.
What about trees? 50. It's not like I want to hug them. I want to exploit them. Here I am, Virgin Territory, exploiting natural resources. I must be a Northern European. Maybe I need to find some people to enslave. Or economically exploit. Or both. Hey, no reason to be picky. Alright, so I'm full up and I gotta go home again. Okay. There it is. Couldn't see the damn thing. Okay, so we're at 107. And I need to make some food or I'm gonna starve. Oh dear. Not good. Okay, I need... There we go. Blue alien flower! Yes, I know, I'm starving. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Now, of course, I have to get the oxygen station first. And while we're at it, let's get the weapon locker. Don't need the medic gun. We'll save the rest of the points for now. armor locker, and one portable work light so I can see in the dark. Well, it wouldn't be in the dark anymore now, would it? Around my base. Now, here's the nice thing. Although it says it has an energy in amount, it doesn't really need it. Yes, I know there's another object in the spawn area. Whatever. I don't know why it's not working, but I... Now I can fly. Yay! I can fly! Oh, and by the way, that also increased my carrying capacity. Okay, that's the one I already cleared. And that's the one I just discovered a little while ago. So, let's... salvage! It only looks like an engine. It's not really an engine. That's why they call it wreckage. It's a destroyed engine, more or less.
A few minutes later.
Okay, we've cleared it. And yes, I'm just picking all this crap up to kill time while it's still dark. And because, well, I kind of need it. I'd like to find more stuff I can turn into food. Mainly because I don't want to starve. Now, incidentally, you may have noticed that while this channel is named CrimsonSplat with a K, my name in the game and all my other references are CrimsonSplat with a C. Now that's because while I'm a Johnny-come-lately to Twitch, I have used CrimsonSplat since, well, the 1990s. That is, I even had I had a website named CrimsonSplat.com. I had the URL. The uh, the name actually comes from a period when I spent it playing Quake 2. I was in the early internet, back when Napster was a thing, or even before Napster was a thing. I was I don't think I was in the first million people to get on the internet, but I was definitely within the second million. And I downloaded Quake 2, pirated of course, and decided to play online. But I needed a name. And granted, this is in the days of dial up. Not just dial up, limited dial up, where they would kick you off after so many hours online because, well, they had to let other people get online at some point. Well, anyway, I needed a name to go with, so I wanted something fearsome, of course. So I went with the Crimson Bat. Now, I and a lot of my friends played RuneQuest, a tabletop role playing game. And in that game, there is a chaos demon called the Crimson Bat. It's used by the dominant country of the Northern Hemisphere. Well, excuse me, Northern Continent. That world is flat, there is no hemisphere. Okay, anyway, the upshot is that it was fearsome, and the uh, characters planned to kill it in some way, shape, form, fashion, but they never got the chance in my campaign. They did in someone else's campaign later. But I decided, yes, I'm going to be the Crimson Bat. And so I strode forth to destroy my enemies. There was just one slight problem. Even then, I sucked. There was an even larger problem in that my ping. You remember ping, things that you had to. How delayed it was when you were trying to do something? Well, my ping was at best 200 because, the telephone lines weren't designed for the internet back in those days. There was no uh, fiber optic cable. There was a nice little copper line that ran from the switchboard to your house. And the one that ran from the post out in the yard to your house might be fairly sucky. And boy, was mine. Now, there were people who had T1 lines back then, and they'd have a ping of about 40. And so, of course, those of us who didn't have those called them all low ping bastards, which I always wondered if they were, you know, female gamers. Were they low ping bitches? Things inquiring minds want to know. But anyway, after a few too many times of getting killed, I started humorously ragging on myself. Oh, hey, how did I dodge that shot of yours? Amazing. And, oh, look, I managed to dodge right into your shot. And so on and so forth. I finally decided, okay, screw this. I am no longer the Crimson Bat. I am the CrimsonSplat. Yes, that was a hell of a lot of talk just to get to finally the so-called punchline. Got to do something while I'm doing, well, not much other than gathering resources. At some point, I could just Create. Oh, it's only 1:15 in the morning. Okay, that's it.